Do you ever wonder how some people score a 100K cybersecurity job even without a technical degree, meanwhile others grind for years and still feel stuck? You probably heard it's all about certifications or networking, right? Honestly, that is part of it. But the real game is knowing how security teams actually work behind the scenes. Once you understand what they really need, you will know exactly which roles to aim for and land them faster with a lot less stress. In this video, I'm going to show you my clear framework, a simple way to map out your 100K cybersecurity plan. But before we dive into that, let's first take a sneak peek inside the security organization you will be stepping into. Oh, by the way, I am Sam. I spent the last decade helping mid-size and Fortune 500 companies secure their information and systems. I'm here to help passionate and motivated people like you break into cybersecurity without wasting months spinning your wheels. Here is the real deal. Most people trying to get into cybersecurity have no idea what actually happens inside a security team. So they show up talking about firewalls or phishing emails, while the hiring manager's biggest headache is actually managing access or securing cloud setups. It's like showing up to fix a kitchen fire when the real issue is a gas leak in the basement. Now, before we get into the roles and certifications, we gotta get you inside their world, and that's what we're gonna do next. Quick story, I was helping someone who had just crushed a cybersecurity bootcamp. She had all her security plus certifications, could explain attack types, was super fired up, applied almost everywhere, but no callbacks, nothing. We sat down and pulled up one job she applied for. It was an identity and access management or an IAM role. Guess what? That job wasn't about detecting attackers. It was about setting up user permissions and controlling access. Her resume was all about threat hunting. She was qualified, but completely misaligned. And honestly, that's where a lot of people trip. They know the stuff, but they don't show they understand what the team actually needs. Oh, and if you are ever felt stuck like that or have a story like that, please drop a comment below. Would love to hear a story. When you understand how security teams actually work, you stop wasting time chasing random certifications or skill you will never use. And that's why I built this thing called the Clear Framework. It started when a bunch of friends kept asking me, "Hey Sam, where the heck do I even start in cybersecurity?" They weren't lazy, they were just overwhelmed by all the noise. Clear Framework helps you in understanding how security organizations work, helps you finding the teams that need your strengths and building a simple, focused plan to land your 100K job. It's a 5-step process. Let's kick it off with the first one, the C. When you blast your resume out, do you even know what job you're actually applying for? Ask yourself, do you really know? Let's face it, there is this myth that cyber is just hacking or chasing threats. But the reality is security organizations are a whole universe in themselves. And when you understand the structure, you will know exactly where the open lanes are. So let's crack that open real quick. C stands for clarity on the cyber organization, because a security team is a cog in the wheel with different teams solving different problems. First up, GRC, governance, risk and compliance. They live and breathe policies, regulations and audits. Their worries, are we compliant? Can we survive an audit? Are our policies legit? Fun fact, I had a friend who landed a GRC role because he crushed it at organizing messy documents during an audit scramble. If you are great at process, writing or documentation, GRC could be your path. Next, SOC, the Security Operations Center. These are your frontliners. They live in alerts, chase down weird behaviors, and ask questions like, are we under attack? How fast can we detect and shut it down? One of my mentees who loved puzzle solving like the actual CTF games totally crushed SOC interviews because that same mindset fit perfectly. Next is AppSec, application security. These folks work with developers to secure their applications before they go live. The questions they ask is our app secure before launch? Are we catching vulnerabilities early? If you got a development background or even just enjoy digging into code, AppSec might be for you. And then there is the IAM, or Identity and Access Management. They are the gatekeepers. Who has access? Do they actually need it? What happens if someone's account gets compromised? If you have ever managed user permissions or worked in IT support, IAM is a super solid entry lane. Next is cloud and infrastructure security. These folks harden the cloud servers and networks. They're asking, is our AWS or Azure setup locked down? Are the firewalls behaving? Cloud security is booming. Crazy demand if you know the basics. Next is there is the red team. They are your friendly, ethical hackers. They break into systems before the bad guys do. If you love puzzles and think like an attacker, you will feel at home. Next one, security engineering and architecture. They are the builders. They ask, how do we bake security into our systems from the start instead of bolting it on later? And finally, the physical security. Yeah, it is part of cyber. Badges, access control, securing buildings, and so on. If you got a background in law enforcement, physical security could actually be your unexpected way in. So the key takeaway, each team speaks a different language. If you show up to the wrong team with the wrong story, it's like bringing a tennis racket to a chess tournament. Once you got the clarity, the whole process and the game gets easier. Alright, you're getting how security teams are actually built, but we're not done yet. In fact, this is where a ton of people still trip. They prep like crazy, but they never stop to answer. What does this team even want from me? If you miss that, you end up prepping for stuff they don't even care about. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. So we are on to the L of the framework. Learn what they need. This is where you stop guessing and start reading the room. What do I mean? Start with the job descriptions. Yeah, that they are messy and confusing, but they're gold if you read them right. Look at what they keep repeating. Specific tools like Splunk, Jira, AWS, frameworks like NIST ISO, deliverables like incident reports, access reviews, secure code, and so on. One of my students spotted this fast. She noticed every GRC posting kept screaming risk management, document management. So she built a simple risk tracker in Excel as a portfolio project and started getting interview invites. And that's the trick. Find what stresses your hiring manager out. Show you can fix it. Even picking up their lingo, a few keywords here and there, makes you stand out in a sea of random resumes. Cool. So now you know what each team does and what they need. But here is where people will still derail again. They keep looking outside for more courses, more labs, more certification. Instead of pausing and asking, hey, where do I actually fit naturally? Once you find that, you are one step closer. If this video is helping you, please like and subscribe. It lets me know that I need to make more content like this. And if you got questions or your own take, drop it in the comments. Now you are at the E, which means evaluate your background. Forget your job title for a second and ask yourself, what kinds of problem do I naturally enjoy solving? Do I like structure or chaos? Am I better with people, processes, or tools? Do I love documenting, fixing, or building stuff? This is about mapping your natural skills to the security roles. For example, if you worked in IT support, you might fit right into the SOC role or identity and access management role. If you have a project management background, GRC might be a good fit for you. Coming from a development background, you will probably love AppSec or application security, and if your experience is in retail, teaching, or HR, don't worry, you might be a natural fit for privacy roles, security awareness training, or even GRC. The key thing to remember is your current title does not limit you. Your skills, the things you are actually already good at, are what will guide you to the right role. Look, you're starting to figure out not just what companies want, but what you actually want. Now, quick heads up, don't fall into fear of missing out mode and apply to every random job you see. Even if you somehow land one, and if it doesn't match who you are, you won't last too long. Or be happy. Let's get you aligned properly so you hit the right target. A is for aligning with the right role. Important part is to pick a lane and commit to it, at least for now. You're not just trying to get into cyber, you're becoming a GRC analyst or an SOC analyst or a cloud security engineer or an AppSec specialist. And that focus changes everything. When hiring managers see resumes that say interested in SOC, GRC, red team, cloud, AppSec all over the place, they check out. You look lost. But when they see something sharp, like focused on cloud security, hands-on with IAM, or AWS policies, or Terraform basics, boom, you stand out immediately. So let everyone else spread themselves thin. You are doubling down. Now you're crystal clear on your role, but you're probably thinking, all right, what is my first step? Good news is it's actually simpler than you think. But if you are finding this too complex to apply, I get it. I have been in your shoes before. So if you want to make this even easier, I have created a free guide and a worksheet you can download right now. It walks you through how to find the right role for you so that you don't waste time on stuff you don't need. You can grab it using the link in the description, totally free, and honestly, it will save you weeks of guessing. All right, so now let's switch and build your roadmap. R is for roadmap to get in. Your first move, reverse engineer real job listings. Go pull 5 to 10 actual jobs, specific ones. Not cybersecurity job, but look for specifics like SOC analyst or cloud security engineers. Now study them. What tools show over and over again? What tasks are repeated? What words and phrases keep popping up? I remember prepping for my first AppSec interviews. I kept seeing the term OWASP Top 10 mentioned all the time. So I read it, studied it, took notes, made sure I could explain it really well. That tiny shift made my interviews really easy. Next, pick just 1 or 2 certifications that matter for your role. Don't try to be the certification collection champion. GRC, ISC 2 certified in cybersecurity, go for foundations in ISO 27001. SOC, Security Plus or Splunk Core certified. Cloud, AWS CCP or Azure 500. AppSec, Secure Code Warrior, OWASP Learning Paths. Certifications are magic tickets. They are just filters that tell hiring managers, hey, I'm serious about this role. And remember, less is more here. Next, build 1 small project that proves you got the work. 1 clean, simple project beats 50 random labs. For example, GRC, draft a mini risk register. Looking for SOC role, analyze logs with the free SIM. IAM, map access for fake personas, fake users. AppSec, scan an app and document vulnerabilities. Cloud job, secure a basic AWS environment. Your bonus move, post about it. Even a simple screenshot with a few takeaways. And remember, proof is more powerful than perfection. Next, network smart. Here is the truth. Most cybersecurity jobs get filled through conversations and not through applications. I had a mentee who applied, got ghosted so many times, but kept commenting thoughtfully on the hiring manager's LinkedIn post. 2 months later, they recognized her and reached out. Engage with 3 to 5 people in your target role. Comment, ask questions, share small wins. It compounds. Trust builds invisibly, and that's what leads to callbacks. Next, tighten up your resume. Most resumes are big wall of buzzwords. Yours is gonna be laser focused on 1 role. Show real examples. Mirror the job description's language. Highlight 2 to 3 tools or skills that actually match what they are looking for. For example, analyzed 5,000 plus log events from the open source SIM. Detected brute force attempts, scripted automated alerts, way better than random tool dumps. Finally, apply smart, not desperate. One of my mentees customized just 12 applications in a month, got 7 callbacks. Meanwhile, others blasted about 100 resumes and heard nothing. Tailor every application. mirror their language, mention specific company details, and what about salaries? Entry-level SOC or GRC roles start around 70 to 90K. Cloud security, AppSec, IAM about 100K plus easily. Specialize, align, and execute, and your 100K job is not going to be some fantasy. It will be real. So now you know, with the right strategy, these numbers are absolutely within reach. But strategy alone isn't enough. You need a prep system that makes you unstoppable when the real opportunities show up. If you want to take this even deeper, check out my next video where I show you exactly how to prep step by step using my Prove framework. It will take everything you just learned and make it even sharper.